So today I want to talk to you about a YouTuber who goes by the name of Pewdiepie. You've probably heard of him because he's the biggest YouTuber in the world. I've been watching his content for a long time now, and he's a really funny guy and a really nice guy as well. But there's something that kind of seems strange to me, and that is that he never shows himself from the waist down. It's always his waist up. In every video, it's always just his waist up, and I could never figure out why that is. Is he hiding something or what's going on? Until I came across this image here, where you can clearly see his whole body, or most of it at least. But if you zoom in a little bit closer, right here, you'll notice in the tear in his jeans, you can see his exposed leg, and it appears to be some sort of fur underneath. So I thought, this is really weird. What's going on exactly? So I started combing through his other content, and I came across an image that got me on this path of discovery. So the next thing that I found after this was I came across a video. I guess he was streaming one day, live streaming, and at the end of the stream, he thought he had turned the cameras off, but he didn't realize that he was actually still live. So at the end of the stream, I guess he goes to stretch his legs out because he's been sitting in his chair for hours. So he goes to stretch his legs out, and this is the image here. So this is pretty alarming. What I think is the case is it seems as though Pewdiepie has goat legs, and you can see the look of terror on his face. It's almost like he's staring at the screen like, oh my God, what have I done? I just stretched out my goat legs in front of everybody. So I think he did his best to cover this up and get rid of this video from the internet, but I was able to dig and find this image again. So you might think this is crazy and not true, but let me just go over some more information with you here. So Pewdiepie, whose real name is Felix, was born in Gothenburg, Sweden. So I started looking into Sweden a little bit more, and it turns out that in Gothenburg, Sweden, there is this goat dairy farm right in his hometown. And I know what you're probably thinking, yeah, there's probably goat dairy farms everywhere, you sweaty drug addict. And trust me, I said the same thing to myself. However, when I got on the website and started looking deeper into this, we'll take a look at the information. This farm says, visit an eco farm in North Sweden, make goat cheese with your children. What exactly does that mean? Make goat cheese with your children? I don't understand what they're saying here. So it goes on in this little paragraph and explains what you can do if you go there and make goat cheese with your family and all this stuff like that. But then look at this line here that I've highlighted. The children will join the goats. What does that mean? Is this what happened to Felix when he was a kid, maybe? I don't know. So I start thinking, is this just something in Sweden that's normal that we don't know about in the West? So I kept on digging, and I come across one of PewDiePie's merchandise pages, and he's actually got a lot of cool merchandise. But if you take a look at these shirts here, specifically the first shirt, the light blue one with the blue bro fist logo on it, nothing looks strange here, but as I kept digging, I realized that this is all the American and Canadian websites that I've been looking through. But if you go through the Swedish website, this same shirt doesn't look the same. So here's an image of the exact same shirt if you order it from the Swedish website. As you can tell, not the same logo. And the bro fist now becomes a goat fist. So this is available to the public, which leads me to believe, like I said, that the people of Sweden are fully aware of this and it's just normal to them. So I thought to myself, okay, well, what other products are there that could prove that this Swedish hybrid goat lifestyle is totally normal? So I'm going through products online and I finally stumble across this one. Now clearly you can see here that they have some brand of goat milk with Felix's face on it. So there is an actual Pewdiepie branded goat milk that you can buy from Sweden. And if you read the label, first of all, it says right on it, almost whole goat's milk, because he's not a whole goat, he's only a half goat. And at the bottom it says deliciously mild, which to me, if I were to imagine what Felix's milk would taste like, deliciously mild is exactly how I would describe it. So maybe you're thinking, maybe he just backs that brand because a lot of times big YouTubers have products like that. So I kept looking, and the next image I found has to do with YouTube Rewind. So PewDiePie, being the biggest YouTuber in the world, was famously left out of the YouTube Rewind video, which is the recap video that YouTube does every single year to show the big things that have happened. And again, PewDiePie's was left out of it. And people speculated why, but I think I have found the real reason why that is. And it's that he actually wasn't left out of YouTube Rewind. He actually had a part in it that they had filmed. And I guess, I don't know what the full scene was supposed to be, but in his part though, there was a scene where he's running through a field. I found a deleted image from that clip, and that's right here. So what it appears is that he was running through this field like he was supposed to, and I guess as he was running, he lost his pants and exposed his true self, but didn't realize it and just kept running. So they didn't have time to do all these reshoots and stuff like that. They had to get this video out, so they had to just delete this from the video altogether. So things obviously started getting really interesting now. So this is some of the signs that I came across now. So the Swedish landrace is a breed of goat from Sweden that is used for the production of milk and cheese. This is the breed that I believe that Felix is, or at least half is. If you take 1957, the year that Felix's dad was born, and divide it by 15, the number of letters in the word Swedish landrace, it gives you 130. PewDiePie is currently following 581 people on Twitter. If you take 581 and subtract 130, it gives you 451, also known as Fahrenheit 451, which is a book. Now, in this book, the term Fahrenheit 451 refers to the temperature in which book paper catches on fire and burns. Stop, Drop, and Roll is a book about fire safety. The same company that published Stop, Drop, and Roll also published a Halloween safety book. On Halloween Day 2017, PewDiePie announced a partnership with game designer Armin Ibrisagic to develop a new game. And what game is Armin Ibrisagic previously known for developing? Goat Simulator. And how do you think he developed the realistic goat movements in that game? Well, it would help to have somebody who has the working, functioning brain of a human, but the body of a goat. So I just think that there's a lot of information that's stacking up here. And when it comes down to it, if Felix has the lower half of a goat, I'm okay with that. And I don't think that he should have to hide this other lifestyle from the Western part of the world. He should be able to bring his products over to us, and we should accept them as they are. I would try Felix milk, and I think a lot of other people would too. So anyways, I hope I was able to help open your eyes to some of the lies that it appears that we're being told. And if you want to hear me uncover more secrets of YouTube, feel free to subscribe, because there's more on the way.